Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. こちらはトムです。よろしくお願いします. Today I thought I would tell you the story of how I got to Japan. I did a video, I guess, a few years ago about what I do in Japan, and I kind of showed you around my apartment here and whatnot. But I got a request, or I got a what's the word? Heigo wa dekinai yo. I got Brian, one of our Patreon patrons, Brian, asked me to explain how I got my visa. He's looking at how to get a visa and whatnot. So let me just explain my story. At university, I studied anthropology, and I took a field school in archaeology. So when I graduated from undergrad, I was qualified to either do more school as an anthropologist, and at the time I really wasn't feeling that, or to start doing field technician work as an archaeologist. And that was kind of the direction I was like, all right, looks like that pays a little bit. I get to go work outside and look for old artifacts and stuff, which is kind of like Indiana Jones. So that was kind of interesting. And I did that for 2 years. And I loved it. I liked doing archaeology. So I was living in upstate New York, staying at my mom's house on the weekends, living in hotels during the week. Oh, and the other thing that I didn't like about that job was the company would make us share hotel rooms with other people on the project. And sometimes that's great because you get to, like, room with someone who's like a friend. It was like, woo, this is great, we're going to party. And then other times you'd be in there with someone who was just not fun, just not cool, maybe not even close to the same age. And like, sometimes it was just not a fun week because you'd be in there with someone that was like just really boring, or you just didn't get along with. And I gotta say also, when I was doing archaeology, I might not have been the most fun person to get along with because I was in the I was in the midst of some serious alcoholism at the time. Oh yeah, so there were a couple of people that didn't want to room with me. Oh yeah, oh I'm aware. Then after one winter, the archaeology job started to slow down because, upstate New York in the winter, everything freezes. And then it was just the economy was starting to go south a bit. So after the winter ice started to melt, there was still no calls for archaeology technician work. And so I started doing construction, like remodeling stuff, working for a family friend. And I'm not good at that. I got picked on a lot, and I'm not handy. I'm handy. I'm handy in a sometimes in a kind of clever way, but like, be like, all right, build this house, build this bookcase. I'll be like, I can do it. It might not be pretty, and it's not gonna take an optimal amount of time, but it'll get done in the end. But anyway, I wasn't good at that. The other thing I was doing was like lawn care and gardening. Which I like doing, but it's just wasn't really a career path that I wanted to do. So yeah, one day, a good friend of mine, a guy I used to skateboard with, and he and I were talking about lots of different things, like what are we going to do with our life. He kind of came to work one day and was like, Did you know you can go live in Japan and teach English, and you don't even have to speak Japanese as long as you've graduated college, undergrad? And I didn't know that, so I went home that evening and just typed into Google or whatever the search engine at the time was. This was like 10 years ago. And Nova came up, Nova Conversation Schools. And so I applied. I went down to Boston for an interview, and then I just applied and they took me. So hey, I was told that the only way to really screw up that interview was to tell them that you're interested in learning Japanese, which I was, but I didn't say it in the interview. And so, yeah, I got the job with Nova, and they sent me on over here to Nagoya, Japan, and that's where I've been ever since. So, just to kind of summarize as far as getting a visa, for me, my initial visa coming over here was through the conversation school, through an Eikaiwa, through Nova. So, I know lots of people that did the same thing that I did, other people who did JET, which is very similar. Um, so, getting a visa, maybe the first thing you want to do is try to find a job that's looking to hire you. And then you can take the visa step from there. That's what I did. Um, but do be careful. Research the conversation schools. If you're gonna get a visa by way of conversation school, check out Give Me a Break Man's channel for hints or tips, advice. Listen to this little video and do some research, because there are some really criminal organizations that will hire you as basically a slave. So make sure that you're getting paid for what you're worth, and not just, oh, we'll give you a visa, but then you are our slave. Don't let that happen to you. All right, this has been fun. I'm gonna do more videos like this. I think coffee time is the best time for me to do videos, so I'll try to make a habit of that. And I did see some new video ideas, some talking ideas from Derek and Kelsey. So thank you for the ideas, and I will get on those next. I have them written down here. One is to talk about what's going on in the band recently with Tack and Celso, and yeah, I do have info. And another one will be to explain some of the songs. So stick around. Support us on Patreon. That little bit of subscription money really helps out when it comes to band practice and buying strings and keeping the wheels of Ghost of Matsubara lubricated. And I will do some more acoustic stuff soon. So yeah, enjoy your coffee, tea, beverage, pizza, whatever. I don't know what you're doing. Enjoy yourself and keep in contact. I do like reading your emails and comments and whatnot. It makes me feel like we're having a conversation via the internet, the interweb machiner. All right, peace out, guys. Peace. If you want to go somewhere, it's a serious drive. And so I was kind of just feeling like my life was stagnating and nothing was happening. And so I was doing that for a while. Let me just pause right here. Blow my nose. Back again. Back again. Anyway.